What's up, everybody? This is a game we have played before. I've streamed it on my channel a few times. I played this when it came out a few years ago. Enjoyed it. Played it for 30, 40 hours. Got what I wanted out of it. Moved on. Came back earlier this year when they added controller support to the game and said, cool, it needed it. I quit playing partially because it didn't have controller support and it was very much an action RPG, and I needed controller support for me to be able to get out of it what I wanted to. And when I did it, when it first launched, I was going through Steam but using someone else's controller layout, and so it only partially worked. So I tried it earlier this year when they added controller support. It was fun. Then I heard that they were doing this console edition called Aeternum, and you know, I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it, but I wanted to showcase the open beta weekend, at least today. I don't know if I'll do it the next couple of days, but it is open today, tomorrow. I think it's the 13th to the 16th or something like that. And I'll review it and have some thoughts on it for everybody over the weekend. I have had fun with New World. I am not of the camp of PC players who are like, we bought the game 3 years ago. It's bullshit that they're releasing a console edition. Why didn't they give us more content rather than opposed? They're looking short term. They're not looking long term. The long term vision here is Amazon is expanding this to consoles, and moving forward, they can then deploy content releases across all platforms. So long term vision here, New World is expanding with console editions now. It's all going to come together. I'm interested in trying it out on the console because I did want to play it on the controller and I did enjoy it earlier. Now, previously I've played it on the PC with the Xbox controller, which is here. And this weekend it is available on the Series X, S, and PS5 for open beta. I'm going to be playing on the PS5 today. I have no idea if we're going to have server hiccups or anything like that. I believe the servers are up now. There's one server. I'm getting told there's connection issues, which is normal for a launch day. We'll see if we can get in. If we can't, we'll go do something else, come back later. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Brock? What's up, Chucky? Everybody else tuning in for the first time on YouTube or Twitch. We are multi-streaming as we do every single day. This is my day job. I am full-time, going on 3 years now, so hopefully we'll see you in the next game. I'm a variety content creator and streamer, and I play a lot of different stuff, so check out all the playlists, social medias, Discord.
Like it. Sailing to an uncharted island with strange folk aboard.
Keep your voice down. I just don't want the captain to hear you.
It ain't the captain I'm worried about. It's our priest. If he's a man of the cloth, I'm the Virgin Mary.
Look at that armor, man.
All you seek will soon be yours, Captain. It is indeed the island of legend.
So you say.
Captain
If
Thor.
you're wrong, the price of the voyage will be paid in blood. Yours. And those vagabonds you brought along.
They merely seek adventure, Captain. The island calls to those who forge their own destiny.
I don't think I could sail on a wooden ship across the sea. I'm too terrified of deep water and dying. Alright, here we are in character creation. Oh, they have archetypes now. That's different. Okay, so this is part of what they've revamped, I guess, with the Aeternum update. Oh, well, hell yeah. This is really cool. Like, before, the way it worked, you would be to log in and there'd be, you know, you would have your stats and you would pick your skills and you would do it that way. But now they've got actual archetypes. All Archetype dictates the first items and abilities you'll discover on the island, but you're free to master any weapon and wear any armor you wish. Oh, this is great. So what they've done with this revamp is they've just said, here, we're going to guide you a little bit with a little bit of an archetype. Don't worry. You'll be able to get any skill in the game you want, any weapon you want to master, but we're going to guide you in those early stages by saying, here's 3 or 4 abilities to get you going, to get you through the tutorial. And then you can decide what you want to do. I like this. This is a good change. They've made this more accessible to console players, obviously, with this port over. So, I will say, having previously played my first build ever was a Rapier, well, actually it was Rapier offhand and Ice Gauntlet main hand DPS dealer. Oh my god, it was cool. I've also, when I went back and did the controller version earlier this year, when they announced controller support for the PC, I went back and did like a Rapier. I think they're calling it Musketeer here. Yeah, a nimble explorer and adventurer skilled with rapier and rifle alike. And I will say one thing out of the gate here, guys. If you like the sound design in New World is some of the best I've ever heard. The muskets in particular, the musket fire is absolutely amazing. Also the mining, chopping of wood, all the sound design in this game is great. Again, it's a great game. I played it at launch. I've enjoyed it. It's just, I don't really play this as an MMO. I've always played it as like a single player RPG. Mobility says I could. There you go. Alright, for the purposes of doing this for the weekend, I don't really know. What is this? Bow and spear? I think I might go musketeer, which was kind of fun. I could do it. Starts with a boost to armoring, harvesting, and weaving. This starts with a boost to engineering, logging, and woodworking. Man, I really don't know. I wonder if they're giving us armor sets as well, because when I look at the armor sets here, I'm like, I'm torn, man. Like, what the fuck? That's new. That's a massive sword. Okay, so you've got your typical soldier, sword and shield. You got your destroyer, which is a damage tank. You got your ranger, which is just pure DPS. Musketeer, which is pure DPS. The occultist, which is pure DPS. The healer, well, it's a mystic, but the healer and damage. And then your, like, damage tank. Alright. I can dig it. Let me timestamp that real quick, because that'll get cut out for TikTok. Okay. I'm really torn here, guys, about whether or not I want to go with the musketeer or the ranger. I don't know that I've ever done a bow before in this game. I've never done the spear either. Well, for the purpose of doing something that I've never done in this game in particular, but I do love the ranger as a class everywhere else I play, let's try the ranger today, everybody. Let's click the continue button. That is some hair right there, man. God, she's hot, but like, I'm not gonna play a female character. How do I change the? It's probably gonna be body type. Yeah, that hair is badass. All right, I'm happy with that face. God, I feel like they've definitely improved the character creation with that hair. Yeah, that hair. they've improved all of the character creation. It looks like from the last time I played. No, I'm a big fan of that right there. pretty much might just leave this as it is, other than like graying him up a little bit. It's a little too gray. Yeah, I can dig it. Eye color, kind of a blue-gray. We can dig it. Character name. Well, what do you guys think? I wonder if it's counting because they use. I've used that character on. I've got a PC character. We'll just do Renfail test. Entering US East Beta 1. Holy shit, there's a big queue, guys. I wonder how fast this is going to go. I didn't think there was going to be a queue like this. Well, they've only got one server open. I wonder if they've actually opened it up yet or not. Da, 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 da. I forgot they had server queues in this. I'm gonna go check the social media. Cause ain't nobody want to be stuck in a queue for 45 minutes. Oh, there we go. We're queuing up now. I've dropped 200 positions, so it won't be too long, it looks like. We'll see. $15.08 was a good year for hijinks on the high seas. Well, while we're waiting, if you haven't already seen it, everybody, and you're following along, go watch episode 5 of Rings of Power. That's all I'm saying. I had forgotten how Celebrimbor ends up. And I cannot wait, because you know it's coming at the end of this season. There's only, what, 3 episodes left? They've got to show it by the end of this season. I know we've seen previews of him losing his mind as he realizes who he's working with. But in the books, he does not come to a happy end. At all. Gatorade over on Twitch says, Do World. Been a hot minute. Was good at launch, but didn't stick with it. Like I said, I was saying that earlier. I had fun at launch. I played about 30, 40 hours, and then I was done with it and said, you know what? That was fun. I'm going to go off and do other things now. I never felt compelled to play this like a like an online MMO. I did a few dungeons, but apart from the dungeons, I wasn't really interested in playing it like an MMO at the time. Woo! These are those dried cranberries. Wow. With almonds and walnuts. Chris buys a bag of each. We just throw it in a... It's good stuff, man. Well, I spoke too soon because the queue went down really fast there really quick. And now we've been stuck at $13.95. And I don't want to back out because then I'll reset myself in the queue. There's somebody at the door. He's like, Mommy, I hear you. Come here. Oh, we dropped a few. I have no idea, Jimmy the Saint. As far as I'm aware, it is cross-progression, cross-platform. So I believe it's everyone coming together. So it's Xbox players and PS5 players coming together. I think. And they've only got one server open at the moment, so we have a queue. They'll probably open up more servers as the day goes on, depending on use. So it looks like what they're doing is everybody's in a queue, and then they're introducing players in batches to avoid the starting area getting overloaded all at once. Totally normal. I am a huge believer in queues. There is nothing wrong with queues. I would much rather have a queue than a server that ends up dead in 2 months. So we just sit back, we wait, we hang out, we chat. We wait for the people who want to come in and bitch about this, that, or the other, and we chuckle, and we go, okay, we're here to play games for fun. Does he have the zoomies, Chris? Oh, he's like, Mommy, come play with me. Frodo, in. Here. Come here. He's denying. He's like, no, Daddy, I don't want to come over there. No, Chris wants some of mine. We're gonna make a dirty joke. Chris wants my nuts. Well, if he wants to sit there, I have to move my controllers. Hang on. And my notebook. I didn't have any problems on Diablo 4. I got in immediately in Diablo 4. The only issue I noticed at Diablo 4 launch was when I got to that first town. I don't remember the name of the city. That first city you get to. It was like the lag was so bad. Like when you try to interact with an NPC, like you'd go to the vendor and it would literally take like 10 minutes for the vendor tab to open. Chris said this weekend is what festival is it? El Grito de Independencia. So it's Independence Weekend for Mexico. So like 4th of July for people in the US. Which means we're supposed to go to the grocery store today because there's huge discounts today on things like alcohol. So we're gonna go to the grocery store later and spend a bunch of money on booze. And snacks, because there's like what did you say, 30% discount today? Yeah, 30%. So as soon as I wrap up the stream here, we're heading to the supermarket. And we're gonna get, I don't know, probably 6 or 8 bottles of wine, some rum, some tequila. Stock up for the next 6 months in the holiday season. I never said that. What are you saying, Chris? Chris is trying to claim that I'm buying my entire next year's supply. It's like, no, I'm buying the next 6 months' supply. 1073. Well, we've come down about 300 positions so far in about, what, 10 minutes? It's not too bad. We'll probably be here a little bit, everybody. Go get a coffee. Don't stress. Went for a run this morning. Trying to go every 3 days right now. Slowly getting back up to being where I should be after that stupid fall earlier. That took, because I fell in April, I believe. It was all of May, all of June, all of July was just not fun. And August, I finally started feeling better about the beginning of August, and I started to be able to get back into like running and doing exercises and stuff. And I've just been slowly getting, I'm a long way from where I was. I'm not going to run a 5K anytime soon, but I don't have very much nerve pain going on right now, so that's been a blessing. Little every once in a while it feels like you know when you get a foot cramp in your like the arc of your foot. I have flat feet, but like where your arch of your foot. If you ever got a foot cramp there, that's what I kind of feel from time to time. Is I'll get a foot cramp down there, which pulls at the nerve in the inner thigh every once in a while. It's been fun. Gatorade says we need to go grocery shopping. Food is ridiculously expensive. Try not to pay attention to the price tags. I mean, cost of living has gone up. Even where we live, like when we first moved here, 2.5. It's been over that now. We're closing on 3 years. I think when we first got here, our expenses were like $550, $600 a month. Now they're up to like $850. Even here they've gone up. Some of that is also we've switched to better cat food for our cats, but that doesn't drive the bill up that much. Pretty much what costs more is the same as everywhere else. Meat, cheese, meat and dairy. Meat and dairy products have gone up. But our veggies are super cheap. We get all our eggs, we do all of our eggs from home. We get probably 50% of our chicken from our own chickens. We have a little market. This lady started selling fruits and veggies right around the corner from our house about 2 months ago. So now we don't even have to go, like, we used to have to go to Centro, which is like a 15-minute walk. So we, you know, Chris and I would go, she'd go more often than we'd both go, but 15, 20 minutes to town, 15, 20 minutes back. But now it's literally out the door, 90 seconds, you're around the corner, and she's got everything. And she's cheaper than the Centro. She's cheaper than going to the markets downtown. So we get all of our, like, tomatoes and stuff. Oh, I know what I could talk about, guys, while I got you here. Chris and I are going to be starting something new over on the Homestead channel. I'm supposed to record the video for it today or tomorrow, and then we're going to start it probably this weekend, if not early next week. So what I'm going to do, I was inspired by Nate Petrosky, said his name backwards, because he has done things where he just goes and puts like his phone on like top of his robot that cuts his grass, and it roams around the homestead and live streams everything. So we're going to go, because I get up at 4 o'clock every morning, let the cats out, and they all just hang out there with the chickens and everything in the catio area. So I'm going to start running a live stream on the Homestead channel from about 4:30 a.m. Looks like we're logging in. From about 4:30 a.m. to about 8:30, 9 a.m. over on the Homestead channel. There's just going to be, I'm just going to have a camera set up, and it's going to live stream the cats and the chickens while they're hanging out, while the sun comes up, while everybody gets going. And then Chris and I are outside. We'll duck down and say hi, answer questions, drink our coffee. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be over on the Homestead channel.
You lied to me, priest!
I warned you the journey would be difficult.
You said nothing about sailing through the very gates of hell!
gates of hell.
Is all but inevitable for one such as you, Aldous Thorpe. The island offers something much greater than gold. Redemption. For me, and perhaps even for you. Do not fear the storm, Captain. Faith will see us through.
That's crazy, Gatorade. That's expensive. Well, that's like when I used to live in Colorado. I mean, for two people back in like 2007, it was like $5,000-6,000 a month. But I did run a construction company at the time. Probably would have been about 3. What's in the box, man? What's in the box? Maloney says Colorado's gotten so bad I might need to get a job just to pay for my video games. That's a cool looking sword, man. Here we go, kids. So they used to start you off on the beach. So they starting us off on a ship now. Love it. This is a completely reworked. Loving it, because it used to be you would start off after the shipwreck, right? And so now we're actually getting started on. All right, hit me again. Ah! Here comes the water. Oh, I'm sucking at my timing. Ha ha! Whatever. Oh, now we got 2 of them. What's next? Yeah, they added controller support earlier this year to the PC version, Gatorade. Yeah. But this is obviously the console version, so it has built-in controller support now. Well, this is like a reworked version of Babylonia, so I'm very interested to see what they've changed. The intro's a little different. The character creators new, the templates are new with the archetypes. Someone's gonna bitch about my pronunciation. This is definitely a new introduction. Completely new introduction. This is completely different. God, this looks gorgeous. Like, this is completely redone. So if you can even go back and watch. I just did this like March, whenever they added controller support on the PC, and you literally start off on the beach. And now they have you coming in. Look at that. Look at the water coloring here, and the coral. Not the coral, but the sea life. This is beautiful. Reclaim your satchel that washed ashore. Okay, so here's... Oh, it is cosmetic. You do get some cosmetic armor. Hold on. That's this one to open the inventory. We totally... Oh, how cool is that? Alright, Scout's bow. Is the spear like a melee weapon? Okay, it is. Okay, so there's the aim with the bow. Oh, there's some flickering going on with there. You guys see that with the... Only when I'm in motion. That's only on the cloak, too. Well, it appears to be shadow related, because look at the shadows. Just right here, the shadows are a little stuttery. Hey, it's a beta product, guys. Polish comes later. And they even told you in the beginning there would be bugs, visual issues. Oh, look at the face. I am loving this new intro, guys. Aim and press to lock on. Press. So if I lock on, I don't necessarily have to aim, I think. Apply weapons mastery points. So this is the same as before. This is definitely the same as before. They just have it in a different way, because now you can choose the archetype at the beginning. And then you can go in here and tweak things. And they're guiding you to the abilities that you chose within your archetype. So we're going for bow. Okay, yeah, this I'm familiar with. Headshots inflict. No, I want an ability. Definitely take this. This is an AoE. Okay, so that gives me a AoE ability. Okay, explore deeper into the ancient ruins. Man, this looks gorgeous. We got a chest. Look at that view. Equip health potions. Alright, defeat the corrupt legionnaire. I don't need to use a potion yet. X is for potions. L1X. So just L1 is your ability, and then holding L1 gives me access to the potions. Okay. That'll take that's going to be some muscle memory there, but okay. Explore deeper into the ruins. Wow. Well, I'm a big fan of the redone starter area. Oh, did you hear that? You hear that? That's bad stuff, guys. So let's loose my AoE there. Okay. So, get another point in bow. Penetrating shot, yes please. That way I have 2 abilities. Okay. Now, the interesting thing about this game is if you want to earn points in a given weapon, you have to use that weapon. So I do have the spear, but I don't gain spear points unless I'm actively using the spear. So once we get deeper into the game, you'll want to use your bow to take them down, but don't kill them right away. You're going to want them to get to you so that you can finish them off with the melee weapon. That way you're getting points in both, you're getting XP for both weapon types. It's just a long-term strategy for play here. Granted to stop trying to make me play again. Bogdanovich says, Morning Ren, never played, looked into New World. Is it an MMO survival game? So the PC version, which I have played, I played it at launch and I own, started off as an MMO. It still is an MMO as I understand it. I'm not 100% sure on everything, but as I understand it, New World Aeternum, which is what we're playing today in the open beta, is the console version. So it's the PS5 and Xbox X and S versions of the game. And as I understand it, this is going to be melding into with what they have with the existing game, and eventually it's all going to become one big thing that will have crossplay and everything else. Let me confirm this. I'm doing a quick Google. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, these are releasing these versions of the game are releasing on October 15th of this year into full release. I don't know that they're going to be separate versions, so I can't answer that at a quick glance. I'm not finding anything. I would need to go read some news articles to understand exactly what's happening. Is it? Hang on, I did find an interview at Summer Game Fest. I'm scrolling through it really quick. Bum, 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 bum. New World Aeternum releases on Tuesday, October 15th, and will replace the current version of New World. So it's still an MMO. What's going to happen is when this goes into full launch, it's going to be everything together. Console versions and PC version together, as I understand it. And then the original New World will cease to exist once Aeternum launches into the wild. Oop. Well, I'm loving this reworked entry zone. I also love the new cosmetic armor, the archetypes. Like, I'm loving everything I see so far. This I remember. This intro, like, I remember this scene from the original New World. Like, you would get up on top of the island and see this in the distance. Also, Mike Weber asks, is it a single-player game or an MMO? It's always been a single-player game, always, with optional MMO group content that you could do, but it's always been a single-player game. When I played it at launch, I never grouped with anyone, other than to do a couple of dungeons. I only ever just played it solo. They also seem to have heavily polished the art style, too. Oh, this might be leading us to the original beach scenario. This is definitely still different looking, though. Look at this. Oh shit, did you hear that? Oh, it's an injured animal that was here. God, the sea spray and everything is impressive here. Also, I keep reminding people the sound design in this game is absolutely amazing. This sounds legit right now. Is there a photo mode? I don't know that there is. Well, we'll worry about it later. Into the cave. Man, this looks amazing. That's Thorpe. Give me the box.
You must become something greater. The Fountain.
Fountain, baby. Which is a great movie if you've never seen The Fountain. By Darren Aronofsky. Hugh Jackman, Rachel Weisz.
My gift.
Fucking amazing movie. I've watched it like 6 times. Me? What did I do? Oh no! What the hell?
I feel your blessings surge within me. Everlasting glory will be ours. Ah, pathetic.
Ah! I gotta duck out of that, I guess. Ooh, that's a new one. I might need to use a potion. So far I haven't been able to duck that. Alright, that time I was able to get away. God, he's got a boatload of hit points. Alright, there we go. What's in the box, man? It's my turn to be infused with something. Sucks to be you, buddy boy. Oh shit. God, this is completely different. This is awesome.
You have stolen what is mine.
Wow.
And now, you will join me.
Sexy and scary. She got a pistol on her hip.
No matter. You will be mine soon enough.
Well, I gotta say, so far, the new introduction kicks ass compared to the previous introduction. Like, the previous introduction was kind of like your typical MMO. Alright, shipwreck, yeah. That's way better. This is extremely polished compared to what I played years ago, and even when I did the controller testing earlier this year when it got introduced.
It's steel, demon.
Who's this guy? I don't remember him.
A strongman, are you? Death and Beck, and you still have your soul. You should be proud.
Alright, now this looks like something a little more familiar in terms of shipwreck starting area. Okay, so this is where we're going to get into like the old version of the game and how it plays nowadays now that it's been revamped. So, yep, there's all the stuff you can harvest. So this is the stuff we're all familiar with. Okay, cool. Let's talk to the NPC.
Let the air fill your lungs, friend. You have conquered death and been born again, like new.
Born again?
No small feat. You died, and it won't be the last time. But this is Aeternum. No one gets away that easy.
How did I end up here?
On a ship, smashed by the storm wall, of course. Like everyone else here. Maybe you forget. Could be a blow to your head killed you. Ah, but it will pass. Your soul is strong. That's what matters. Most aren't so lucky as we are.
What happens to them?
They are reborn as something else. As a corrupted, or worse. Ah, but come. We should not dwell on such dark matters. Ah, but you must be starving, friend. I always feast after dying. We must fill that belly of yours before it disappears.
Do you have food and supplies?
Don't worry. Many boars roam wild just off the beach. They're a little on the skinny side, but juicy if you cook them right.
I like juicy.
Yes, and you will also want a skinning knife, because boar skin tastes like, hair, mostly. Gather flint and wood, and then join me and Erda at our campfire. She will like you, I think.
Alright, so now we get to what I'm familiar with. This is exactly the same basic quest chain that we did before. So this ties into the other thing that Bogdanovich asked earlier. Is it an MMO survival game? It is like you see there are other people. There are multiplayer activities that you can do in here. Notably, there are PvE or PvP opportunities to participate in. You do not have to do PvP if you don't want to. It's entirely optional. Dungeons are entirely optional. You do those for additional side quests. The main storyline you can 100% solo. I would not call it a survival game. You do need to craft certain things, like you're going to need a skinning knife, which we're about to make. You'll need to cook food to get going, but it's not like you can't play the game if you don't do crafting. Like, you can ignore the harvesting crafting if you want to, but they've done an exceptional job with the harvesting crafting system in this game, especially as it ties to updating outposts, because unless they've changed that part of the game, when you get to a town, each town has basically levels, and so the community works together to improve the level of a town or a settlement. And by doing so, you unlock additional buffs and additional abilities, new crafting station, things of that nature. So if you want to be able to craft the best things, have the best housing, all these other things, it's in your best interests to help the community work together to level up the communities, to level up the outposts in the cities. So there is a crafting, harvesting side of the game, even if it's not like a survival element per se. Anyway, we need to harvest some stuff. So first and foremost, we're going to need some rocks. Oh, it's tapped to harvest. Once you've harvested it, you move on. Okay, cool. Nope, somebody didn't skin their Oh, I don't have the knife equipped yet. No. Somebody's over there leaving skins and hides. Okay, I need to make a flint skinning knife. We're going to equip it.
Let us see what you have there. A crude knife, but made well enough.
Of course it's well crafted, Urta. They were following my instruction.
More likely a natural, this one. That's good, stranger. Now you will need wit and skill if you would not languish on Aeternum. The town of Corinth up the road is mostly safe. But out here, we are on our own.
Did you come from the town?
No. I've never been well suited to village life. But many here seek the refuge of a community to feel safe.
They fool themselves. Nowhere is safe on Aeternum. We may escape death, but pain and suffering, and even madness lurk everywhere.
Yes, we are all a little mad on this island. But your mind is probably consumed with hunger right now, I suspect.
He did mention boar.
Yes, those beasts trample everything in sight. You won't have to go far to find them. Hunt and skin a boar, then cook your meal over the fire.
So, like, in order to get, like, healing and regen stuff, you end up cooking a lot of these things. It's part of the crafting process. Now, you can just buy it from other people, but it does behoove you to do it on your own. Alright, we got some travel rations and some weak potions. Now, did it automatically equip the potions? Yes, it did. So, from here, I could equip... do I have the other slot yet? Oh, I have to be level 5. That's why. I'm not there yet. That's why. Okay. Alright. I need to hunt down a boar. Now in this case, I should probably switch over. I should have switched over to use my spear a little to get some points with the spear. Don't worry, we'll be killing lots of boars. Matter of fact, let's grab some more flint. I wouldn't mind making some... Oh, there's one of those pages. So this is another game where there's a lot of environmental storytelling. So you're going to find a lot of these notes spread around the wild. And you'll read these and understand. Because one of the intriguing parts of this game is that this island is a lot like the island from Lost. In that there have been lots of... there's a lot of time zones, time periods that have happened on this island. I don't know enough to tell you that, Jafsy. So far, what I'm seeing is that it has a brand new tutorial, which is badass. That part of it I love. Brand new character creation, brand new tutorial. They have archetypes to guide you in the character creation process. All of that feels very... This feels like a much more polished version of what already existed. This part of the game feels exactly like what I've played before. But I don't know what other changes they've made to the towns, the other systems. But like if we were to open up our inventory, which will hang on a second. This looks exactly the same as the inventory has always been. This looks exactly the same as everything that's always been. Mount, that's different. Journal looks the same. You know, this is essentially just the console port, and then this becomes the main version of the game on October. Whenever they launch this into the wild, it's becoming the new version of the game that everyone plays together. And so it's going to be PC players playing together with console players, which is fucking awesome. But this part is definitely the same. It's the same gameplay loop, it looks like, as it was at launch. This is just much more polished. And I gotta say, the performance so far on the PS5 is absolutely just perfect. This is great. Zero performance issues. It's smooth as butter. Matter of fact, I don't even know if there are options to like... I don't know if there's like a performance mode versus... I don't think there is. I think it's just... whatever it is. Yeah, it's just... Let's see here. Video. Yeah, I'm uncapped FPS. So... They do have a 30 frame mode. I wonder if that turns down the... It probably ups the quality and everything else. It's still an MMO, but it's always been a single player game at its core with optional MMO-like activities. I want to make my flint items. And I've already got the skinning knife. So that should be all of the harvesting tools that I need.
Ah, a successful hunt? Enter. Yes, it smells
Let me go back
like
to that star life. I did
just
not see
right.
that.
If there is any left over, give it here. Best not to let it go to waste, you know.
Hand and cook your own board, lazy bastard. If there's any food left, you keep that for yourself, newcomer.
Ah, Erta is teasing me. Of course. I'm just taking a moment to recover my strength before wading back in to cut down the corrupted. During rebirth, their souls become claimed by evil. They are like demons, possessed only with the desire to spread their madness.
So is that what happened to my crew?
Oh, I thought you knew. The wreckage of your ship is just across the water. But there is nothing and no one that can be saved. All you can do now is put your former crewmates to rest and hope they don't return. If you want to do the deed yourself, I would understand. Keep your weapon at the ready. As long as you don't get overrun, you should be fine.
Alright, so that gives me the quest to go out there and take care of bad guys. PlayStation, CC Felton. We are on the PS5 today. Alright, someone said there was a performance mode. I was genuinely curious. Settings. No, I'm not stuck. Wait! I'm not stuck. I didn't mean to click that. I clicked something by accident. Alright. Settings. Video. Someone said... Ah, I'm in quality mode right now. Cool. Oh, there's 4K mode? I want to go into 4K mode. See what it feels like. Oh, that looks... That's... I'm a big fan of this. We're leaving it in 4K mode for now. I don't see any issues. This definitely has a slower frame rate. That might be like 40. That might be 40. I would have to look and see what they have stated the 4K frames are on the PS5, but it feels like it might be 40-ish. I don't think it's as low as 30, but I'm just gauging it off my personal feeling. Oh, we can zoom in. Oh, so that's how you can control the POV for your character. I'm thinking 4K version looks awesome as well. Ooh, I got transmog tokens. We need 5 more corrupted mariners. Oh, that's the auto run. Perfect. So down clicking on the left thumbstick triggers the auto run. Yeah, it sounds awesome, Babylonia.
See, Urta, see! I knew our friend here would prove worthy. Who better to tutor a new arrival in the ways of Aeternums than us?
Indeed, but know this, new blood. The island's lessons never end. Our lives persist, but time marches on. This new corruption spreads like fire, and as you can see, it is now at our doorstep. It's quite concerning.
Must you be so grim? You'll scare off our new friend here. We always find a way through, do we not? In fact, I heard pistol shots a few minutes ago. There may still be others out there in the wreckage who have not lost their souls.
Let's go help them.
There are many shipwrecks, but if we move fast, we can cover them all by the day's end.
Stop being so thick-headed, Elstrom. Those ships will just be followed by more. Until you find the cause of the corruption, it will only get worse.
And there's the main storyline, the course of the corruption. The cause of the corruption.
Aha! Yes, we will spread out. You can search for survivors, my friend. As Urta reminds...
Oh. It ported me out, I think, because I was getting teleported to another shard. So it's the engineering side of things is kicking in.
In fact, I heard pistol shots a few minutes ago. I agree.
Stop being so thick-headed.
There we go.
I'm not sure which undertaking is the greater risk, but it's no matter to me. I will remain here at the camp.
I am sorry we cannot venture forth together. But while you search for survivors, I will find our next challenge. I will meet you back here.
Alright. There's a page back here I want to grab. The Northman Shipwright. I've got stat points I can spend. Am I going pure dex build? I might be going pure dex build. Why not? All right. Search for survivors at the wreck of the Pride of Credo. Well, I gotta say I'm impressed so far. This is much more polished compared to what I've played in the past. And I love the fact that they're introducing a brand new version of the game that's going to combine the PC version of the game together with the Hang on, I gotta get used to which buttons do what here. I love how we're combining the PC versions of the games with the console versions of the game and getting an all-in-one for everybody. That's a really cool thing. Making games more accessible to everybody is never a bad thing.
You eluded me in death, but our souls are bound. I am with you. I am within you.
Scary. Somebody's firing pistols or something.
Eat you bastards!
Oh, that'd be her.
Here I am, fighting off the demon hordes, and I'm thinking, how the hell do I get down from up here? So what do you say? Maybe give a girl a hand?
Oh, I'll give you more than one hand, honey. Ha ha!
Eat lead, you bastards! You won't be getting a piece of Grace O'Malley that easy. Back on the sand. You have my thanks.
Yeah.
I know a safe spot this way. Come on.
I'm wherever you lead, wherever you go. I'm happy to follow. Yep, let's go. Let's roll. Grace O'Malley, big fan. Big fan.
Well now.
She's a pirate.
Can't tell you what a relief it was seeing someone who was still human. I was beginning to think I was all alone out here. The rest of the world had gone mad.
There's actually a camp nearby.
Perfect. I was betting there'd be some kind of folk somewhere on this rock. Figured I'd go look for it after I'm done out here. I'm not about to go walking away from a whole fleet of fresh salvage. Not if I have a choice in the matter. This isn't my first shipwreck, you know. One thing I've learned, you have to always think ahead, keep an eye on the horizon. And there's booty to be had here.
Oh, I bet there's
Countless
booty to be had.
treasures captain and crew had stashed on board, if you know where to look.
Arg, matey.
Of course. Not like these rotters care a damn for it, and I'll be needing a new ship, a new crew. That takes coin. In fact, if you want to partner up, I'll split the loot 70-30. Or what the hell, 60-40 even. What do you say? Then we can go head to that campsite of yours.
How about an even split?
That's the spirit. It's a deal. I need to circle back to my own ship to grab what I can. But there's a wreck over there I haven't searched yet. My first mate went that way, but something happened to him. Don't let it happen to you. Get the ship's manifest, any valuables, and meet me on the other side.
Let's do it. Alright, level 5, which means I can equip that food that was in my inventory. I've also got some pants. And some gauntlets. Now it looks like they're all going to give me the same cosmetics, so I'm not afraid to go ahead and salvage these. Salvaging is a big deal here, because it gives you resources to craft other armor. Man, I gotta say, ever since they added controller support, this feels much better than the controller support that I tested when it went live on the PC earlier this year. Everything, the transitions feel much more fluid now. Oop, 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 oop. The weapon changing, everything feels really good. Ha ha ha! You shot my boar, and I stole it from you. We need to read the ship's manifest, it says. Use heavy attacks to reduce their stamina. Alright, we need multiple things now. Alright, probably got to go up in here for everything we need. So we got bow mastery and spear mastery because we used both that time. Right. Candelabra. Oh, it's nice. You can still pull yourself up. Very cool. Okay, we could probably take a point in that spear now and find out whatever the next ability is. Astrolabe. Alright, let's let's put some more points in Dex. Let's look at weapon mastery. Oops, we gotta go down. Let's put some points in spear. Cyclone, that's a spinny. Spinning's a good trick. I'll take the skewer because that loads up a like an AoE or like a bleed. Sorry. Rain of arrows causes bleed. Ooh, I like that. Evade shot. Nah, I'll take the damage. I have. Oh, I didn't take it. My bad. I gotta assign it. Well, if no one's gonna take these hides, I'll take them. Ain't nothing wrong with harvesting. That might have been too far to fall. Oh, that hurt. Grace O'Malley's this way. Well, I gotta say the 4K, it looks really good on the PS5. I got no complaints.
There you are. I was starting to worry. More importantly, though, what did you find? Let's see here. Oh, yes. These are definitely worth a coin or two. Soon as we find a town, we'll sell them and split the profit. Unfortunately, I didn't have as much luck as you did. Those damn red-eye rotters are swarming all over the wreckage of my ship. I worry it's bad luck leaving behind my own treasures, but I can't get through the bastards.
You want me to take a shot?
Now there's a good mate. Tough one too, if you're so confident. No complaints, though. Tell you what, if you can get my stuff back, I'll give you a greater share of our profits. 40-60. Or what the hell, 30-70.
Being
What do you
awfully
say?
generous, darling.
Most of our cargo was lost at sea, and I got my captain's log on the way out. Burning me now is leaving behind my ship's flag and my lucky wheel. Get those, and then maybe we can meet at that campsite. Works for me.
Works for me too. Alright, level 6. Let's assign some points. I'm going to keep going all decks. Why not? Oh, I think we're going to hit 36,000 on YouTube today. Followers, that is. Good job. Well, we're multi-streaming, everybody. If you didn't know, if you're watching on Twitch for the first time, the day-to-day stuff does happen over on YouTube. The multi-streams happen in both places. I'm live every single day, around 9 or 10 a.m. Central, and often in the afternoons/evenings as well, around 5 to 6 p.m. Central. Play Lord of the Rings online on Monday nights, World of Warcraft on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and other stuff on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have a main game that takes the morning sessions normally. We just wrapped up Star Wars Outlaws. I've been currently working my way through Space Marine 2. Took a quick break today to try this out. Not sure what we'll do tomorrow. We've got No Man's Sky on Sunday mornings at 5 a.m. Central Time. We're about to bump back over into Starfield on the 20th. Picking up our second playthrough where we left off and continuing into the Shattered Space DLC that's launching the end of the month. Next month we're going to be playing a lot of other games, including and not limited to Black Ops 6 and Dragon Age the Veilguard, which is one of my most anticipated games of the year. Just dropped a couple videos this morning and last night on Dragon Age Veilguard. Also, got a glimpse at the Crimson Desert gameplay reveal yesterday. Did a reaction video on that. So go check out all the things over on YouTube if you happen to be following along over on Twitch. We're out of juice for that next one. I did play Black Desert, yep. I also played Black Desert Mobile.
Friends and allies vanish when facing a great challenge, don't they? You and I never hesitate. We share a great destiny.
Yeah, it's not a bad game, Black Desert Online. It does have... I know one of the things that some old school MMORPG players had a hard time wrapping their brains around was like the fact that you could auto-complete some stuff. But it's never been a bad game. But I just never wanted to main it. It's kind of like Elder Scrolls Online. I've had fun with Elder Scrolls Online over the years, but I've never wanted to main it. Bubbaloni says I'm busier than a three-legged dog and a motorcycle rally.
You rescued a survivor too. Your legend grows by the hour.
Yeah, we're about to kick off the Homestead live streams
This Grace O'Malley
a couple
has
days.
Spirit.
I wanted to start it this morning, and Chris is like,
Not
"No,
like
you
our
gotta let me
refuge here.
rearrange things before you put the camera out there."
Primitive.
So,
Me, a former king.
but those are gonna be early morning streams over on the Homestead YouTube channel. So, I'll be starting those at about 4:15, 4:30 in the morning, and I'm just gonna run those until I'm ready to start this stream, and then I'll just shut that one off and come into the office. And that one's just gonna be, I'm gonna take my camera, I'm gonna sit up outside, and we're just gonna record what all the animals are doing over like 3 hours during the morning. You guys can watch the cats, you can watch the chickens, you can hear the roosters cackling and making noise.
Despite her personality,
And if Chris and I go outside to do
could
chores
use
and
her
stuff,
help
you'll
against
see
the
us doing
enemy.
our morning routines,
I
drinking
think
coffee.
I found what is causing all the corruption.
What did you find,
I
brother?
scouted the sea caves along the shoreline, and I saw many corrupted. Something evil is stirring in there. I can feel it. Yes, yes.
Oops, I skipped a line of
know.
dialogue.
I told you I would check it out, and now I have. Some dark energy is definitely coming out of that place.
Is Assassin's Creed Shadows on my list? Yes. However, it's happening 5 days before Stalker 2, and Stalker 2 is also on my list. But here's the issue I'm going to run into. If Dragon Age Veilguard is a 50-hour game, I will be able to complete it between October 31st and November 15th, which is when Assassin's Creed Shadows launches. So I have a 15-day window to play Dragon Age the Veilguard. If it is a 50-hour game, we'll be good to go. I'm going to do Assassin's Creed Shadows. It'll be a short game, 25 hours of gameplay. We're going to do that, and then we're going to roll right into Stalker 2 after that. However, if Dragon Age the Veilguard turns out to be a 100-hour game, like Baldur's Gate 3, then I'm going to have to make some creative decisions about what I play after that. Because I will ignore the Assassin's Creed launch, and I will ignore the Stalker 2 launch if I'm on a 100-hour mission for Dragon Age Veilguard, because that'll take me a month. It'll take me a month to play the Veilguard if it's a 100-hour game. Because unless I seriously increase my streaming hours, and as of right now, I'm doing about 3 to 4 hours in the mornings and another 2 to 3 hours in the afternoons. I'm doing about 6 hours a day of streaming right now, sometimes 7, occasionally 8, which is more than I've ever done previously. The audience is like this, depends on what we're playing. I really am working hard to grow the streaming audience on YouTube and Twitch, because if I can get the streaming audience to a certain point where we're getting like 125 to 150 people minimum per day, per stream between YouTube and Twitch, that becomes more financially viable for me than creating content. Creating content still pays the bills because I make way more money uploading videos to YouTube than I do from live streams. So we're just going to see how it all works out. If the numbers are there and there's 100 plus people watching my Dragon Age Veilguard streams, then we're definitely going to just push that throughout the entire month of November, and we'll ignore the AC Shadows and Stalker 2 launches and just fit them in where we can. But I've also got Indiana Jones and the Great Circle starting on the 9th, and that's a must-play for me. So we'll see. I do plan on playing. It's on my list as of right now to play Assassin's Creed Shadows at launch and Stalker 2 at launch if Dragon Age the Veilguard is a 50-hour or less playthrough. If it's going to be more than 50 hours, I'm going to have to skip one of those launches in November and see where it goes.
Ah, see now. That is the spirit of a warrior. We will charge into battle together, my friend. It's a shame your pirate companion refuses to join us.
The poor girl's just survived a shipwreck. And you ask her to face
Baloney
death
says, I could
for
see
a
them doing
cause
100
she doesn't
total
even
hours of
understand.
later stories,
I
DLCs,
don't
like
blame
with the Inquisition, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know yet. I haven't heard anybody say what
I suspect you
the
will be wasting
playthrough
your
is going to
breath,
be, but I think everyone
but
is
it
anticipating
is
like
yours
40 to 60
waste.
hours.
Aye,
Because they've said it's
do
going to
not
be more
take long, my
streamlined
friend.
than previous
I will await
iterations.
you at the entrance to the sea caves. But I cannot wait all day. Not when battle beckons.
Alright, we need to go talk to Grace.
Look, I'm as grateful as can be that you reclaim my flag and all. But don't ask me to go on a fool crusade against those red-eyed demons. I don't need a Medal of Valor. Just a coin for me, thank you very much.
Where will you go?
Your local friends say there's a town a bit up the road. I'll head there and sell this loot. I'll set your part aside until you get there. For my part, I'll be saving up for a ship to escape this hellish island.
Yeah, are you sure that's even possible?
Ugh, those two say there's some kind of storm wall out there.
Yeah,
They
it's
say
in
a
the
lot of
schedule
things,
video,
and I don't
Bogdanovich.
believe a word of it.
I've actually got...
Besides, Captain Grace O'Malley never met a storm she couldn't navigate. I'll find a way. You can come with me, if you like.
I'll meet you in town at least, lady.
Have it your way, hero. I just hope you don't end up as one of those monsters yourself.
Yeah, so this was the script
Don't
that I
worry about
used
me
for
burning you on
the
the
scheduled
loose.
video.
Do
And
me
it's
a favor and
Diablo
I'll
4
keep first.
DLC,
As
Starship
long as you survive,
Troopers,
that is.
Call of Duty Black Ops
I'll
6,
be
Dragon
there.
Age Veilguard, AC Shadows, Stalker 2, Indiana Jones, Alien Rogue Incursion, Path of Exile 2, and then into February we have Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Avowed, and then March is Atomfall, and somewhere in there is Dune Awakening, but it's probably not going to be till like in April, if I had to guess. They might. There would be nothing wrong if Funcom pushed that back as far as they needed to. I would much prefer them to do a multi-platform release rather than a PC-only launch and then consoles later. Yes, that is the Homestead channel, Bogdanovich. That's the homesteading channel. That was originally, back in the day, when I used to make a living as a blogger, that YouTube channel was just where I stored videos for insertion into YouTube videos, or into blog posts. YouTube didn't used to pay back in the day, and so it was just an online repository for my videos for the travel blog. So there's probably videos on that channel that go back like 10, 12 years. But they're from the times before. But we reconverted it after we quit doing that for a living.
Well, you gave it a try.
It sat
at
dormant
least.
for like 3 or 4 years,
Your
and then we
friend
revamped it when
is
we
no
moved
warrior,
here.
But perhaps she is like Urta, smart, and that will help her survive. We must be smart too. Now that I see the corrupted in the cavern, I realize Urta was right. This is something new.
All right.
I've never seen corrupted in such numbers, and I fear they will attack our camp. I need to warn Urta.
Just more polished from what I've seen, Felton.
I am.
And obviously there's
If
more tech
something
behind the
happens to her,
scenes
I
to
could not
blend
bear
all the
it.
console versions
She
together
pokes
so that it's
fun at me
cross-play between
sometimes,
Xbox, PC,
I probably
PlayStation.
deserve it.
They have a
I
whole
was
new
looking
brand new
forward to spilling corrupted blood with you.
character creation
It's true.
process though, and introduction
I
quest.
think now I must go back to the camp.
And just everything feels more polished.
I can't let you have all the fun without me. But I also can't go when Urta is in danger. Damn it. You can have the glory today, my friend. If you find the source of the evil, destroy it. and
Yeah, you
get
might
the
as well.
hell
It's
out.
free over the weekend,
Urta
so.
and I will wait for you at the camp. Godspeed, warrior.
My initial reaction to this is that if I had never played this game before, and I didn't already own it on the PC, this is definitely something that I would want to get into. I don't know that there's enough justification for me to spend $60 on it, because I don't know that I'm gonna play it beyond this weekend. It's a good game, though. It really is a good game.
And they shall witness the power manifest, the true future of the human race.
Oh, I'm not locked. That's why. Alright, let's ignore that one. Go up in here. Nice. That's what I was looking for, was tier 3 with the spear so that I can get another ability, which is going to be the AoE. Touch the red glowy orb, kids. And run away before they get me. No! Leave me alone. Still chasing me? No? Alright, we're good. Alright, we're supposed to return to Aelstrom and Erda's campsite.
You steal that which is mine. You assault my followers. And now you disrupt my plans. This is personal.
It's personal for her, not for me. Bogama says, just subscribe. Looking forward to watching the office renovation. We're starting our first house buying journey at the minute. We're going to need to learn a lot to be able to renovate the place. Houses in Germany are expensive. Yes. And still need renovating. Yeah, this was, I think we're starting basically the 1st of October. The end of this month is when we're going to start that process. The first thing we got to do is we got to pull everything out of that storage, of that room, and then we got to wire brush the walls to get all the paint off. And then we're going to repaint, and then we got to get an electrician to come in and run new conduits and boxes and everything. And then we get the guy to come in to install the AC. And after that, I got to get a mason to come in and fill in the hole in the wall, which is not a hole, it's a cutout, because it's supposed to be a dining room to go to the kitchen, and it's just a storage room for us. But there's a cutout, like a 3-foot wide by 2-foot tall cutout to pass food between the two rooms. So we're going to block that up. And then we got to get a carpenter out to get a door installed. So it's going to be a lot of contractors. So I would anticipate that's going to be all of October, all of November. If it's finished by the end of the year, I'll be surprised. But it's probably going to be like a 3-month project to get that new office rendition set up. They've already made this work, Robin. Anybody who thinks that New World doesn't work hasn't played New World over the past 3 years. It's already working. Lost Ark is already working. Amazon has already proven that they do have some clout in the gaming space if you've played their games. But they're still new at it, you know, so they still have other stuff to go. I have great hopes for the new Lotra MMO they're building, because I like this game. I didn't mind Lost Ark, but I didn't like the story of Lost Ark, you know, but they're just a publisher on that one. Here they're the developer and the publisher. This is a good game.
Yet you live! Ah! I knew
Get a new
you
bow
had
for this
triumphed.
one.
Caesar, the corruption has even receded away from our camp. What did you find in the sea caves? Some kind of abomination? A corruption rift?
One thing I can
tales
say
of
that's
such
different
things.
now is I'm getting archetype specific gear. That's different. So all of the gear that I've been getting from this tutorial quest has been archetype specific. So I chose Ranger, so all this gear has been Ranger. It's been a Ranger set of gear, a Ranger bow. That's much more streamlined than the base game was.
And you shut the bastards down, did you? Ah! You are here a short time, and already vanquishing the corrupted. A feat fit for legend.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a victory,
And it's
but we must
fully
recognize
voiced so
this is
far.
not
That's
going to be an
impressive.
isolated
Any game
occurrence.
that does fully voiced in my book already is like getting 2 thumbs up, just because they've taken the time to actually pay voice actors
Yes.
so that I don't have to
I've
read
seen this
shit.
before, more than once. When corrupted come in such numbers, it is a portent for dark times. In the past, an avatar has risen and led the corrupted in a campaign to consume all of Aeternum. No souls are safe from their reach.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've met her.
If you had, it is unlikely you would be here. But make no mistake, an avatar is coming, and we must warn the nearby towns.
I'll take the message.
That would be for the best. There have been some misunderstandings between Elstrom and the town guard in the past. Besides, he likes it here.
Yeah, I've never tried
My
a
friend,
archer before in
your
this game, so I
valor
figured I
is
would.
deserving of a reward.
I like the musketeer
Follow the
option they
road
give
to
you now,
town.
which is rapier and
Horns it,
musket.
and then get a
The musket
cup
is a
mead
lot
at
of
the
fun in this
tavern.
game. Especially the sound effects.
You earned it.
Alright, so we have a quest to travel to the nearby town. If it was true Robin Hood, though, I'd have a staff instead of a spear, but they don't give you a staff option. Not that I'm aware of. Well, there's magical staffs, but no. We'll make it work. Mounts. See, this is something I haven't got around to because I haven't played the main game in so long. I know there's like expansions and mounts and stuff. Alright, well, we're going down the road, kids. Oh, here's a note we missed. I'll happily skin your boar if you're not going to do it.
Come closer. It is time you know the whole truth.
Uh-oh. We're going to have to investigate an ancient statue. I need to reassign a couple of abilities here real quick. Hang on. Weapon mastery. I want to move these around. No, I don't want to respec. How do you move them? Ah, I see. Let's have L1 be the skewer. Gosh darn it. R1 is the AoE. Let's do the same thing over here. That's the single, and that's... Okay, so that matches me up for both weapons. The left L1 is my single target, R1 is my AoE. Okay, we're good. Look at the ancient statue that's fallen over. This is all new. This is new. So they do have a new main storyline, it looks like.
This island has always guarded the promise of paradise. Humanity cast out, deemed unworthy of such blessings. But I did not come here seeking
This
paradise.
might be what they added last year. I
came
remember seeing this when I did the
answers.
controller video in like
Redemption
March.
after a life of weakness and suffering. And I found a truth that disproved everything I
It is
had
Dr.
been
Nick
taught.
2.
I tasted the
Xbox
knowledge
X and S and
forbidden to us
PS5
as
all weekend.
creation, and I saw
13,
the
14,
vision
15, I
of
believe 16 as
humanity's
well.
true potential. I knew then I must correct this ancient injustice.
God, she's hot, man.
And restore the power which is rightfully ours. The heart of the mountain now beats strong with this purpose. After a century of preparation, our campaign has begun. The island's townships already
It's
fall
free.
before
You
the
might as well.
might of our
I mean, yeah.
armies. The only thing I had not
Give it a shot, see if you
foreseen
like it.
is you. You who have stolen the gift meant for me. And now your soul will pay the price. For I will not stop until I have seized back the destiny stolen from us and brought true freedom to the world, both old and new.
This is an October release, I believe. October 24th, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we gotta travel to the town and warn them about the corrupted. You hear that tree cracking? I love the sound effects in this game. Somebody's out there harvesting. Tales of Windswood. I know I've lost the trust of the settlement, so don't try to convince me otherwise. These are fun to read, by the way. Side quest.
Did you see my court? Huh? The wilds of Aeternum have never been safe, but the roads? Never seen anything like this before today. Vicious boars came out of nowhere, ate all me truffles.
And why would they do that?
How should I know? Do I look like some kind of boar mind reader? Not me. I'm just a simple traveling herbalist. Tell you this much, however, the beasts have ruined me for the season.
Well, guess what? I'm here to help.
You mean you'd help old hapless Hal? Why, yes, you're a saint. Take my sickle, hunt up some truffles, and bring them to the settlement.
Some truffles?
Oh, gather any herbs or berries you see for yourself as well. They'll fetch a gold or two at the trading post.
Truffles? Well, I already made my own harvesting sickle, sir, so I'm good to go. It also says deliver some herbs and berries. Oh. Yeah, that's just a bush. There are so many things to harvest in this game. Can more than one person do a node? Oh, I guess we can. I was thinking it was only one person per node, but I think that only applies to the not quest nodes, like normal spawn nodes. Right, here's our first settlement. Town of Corinth. God, it's looking good. This is so much more polished than when I played on the PC before. Gots to say, I'm pretty impressed. Oh yeah, there's housing in this game, guys. For those who didn't know it. So you can go housing and decorations and... Got multiple quests going on here. That's for fast travel, which I don't think we need to do at the moment. Oh, here's the storage shed. Well, let's hold off on all this stuff later, because I think we're going to end up doing like a circuit of town after we do these turn-ins, if I'm not mistaken.
Here's my new friend right here. Oh, the truffles I lost and then some. Hoo-hoo. I hope it wasn't too hard. Keep that sickle for your troubles, and if you make a habit of harvesting herbs and such, we'll cross paths again. No doubt.
All right. What did I get? All right. By the way, I forgot to equip my new bow. And then we're gonna salvage the old one. Salvage that. Yeah, I don't need that hat. Ooh, I got a craft mod already. Very nice.
You there? New to Corinth, are you? Yeah, last thing we need's another mouth to feed. No bread to spare for traveling vagrants. Go back to where you came from.
Yeah, technically I came from the beach.
Did you then? Does that mean you've got news of the storm? Heard rumours there's corrupted swarming all over down there. As if we don't have enough problems. Everyone talking about some ancient curse on the land. Last thing we need is to have to worry about corrupted as well.
But the corrupted are a threat.
Well, isn't that grand? People starving in the streets, everyone whispering the sorceress Medea's cursed us, and now tidings of evil. What's next? Look, the Speaker of the Winds is in charge. Talk to him if you like. But don't expect some kind of welcome banquet. Corinth's gone from feast to famine.
October 24th, I think is when this launches. What caused the famine?
Ask 5 people, you'll get 5 theories. Some say we've been cursed. Others blame the local druids. Don't make a damn bit of difference if you ask me. Go see the Speaker in the town hall if you want to gab any more. That bastard loves to talk. After that, I suggest you be moving on.
Alright, so we have a major quest. I have no idea what you're referring to, Focused. The question on Twitch is, have you tried out the new feature, the new smart casting feature? I'm not playing a caster, so I don't know. I have no frame of reference. Obloni says, dude, definitely had that Cicero from Skyrim energy. Oh, got a note. The new aim assist? Well, what would that be under so that I understand what you're referring to? Right, I'm curious about what settings though. Because there's a shitload of settings in here. Aim assist is on, so yeah, I don't know. Smart casting. Oh, hang on, I went to the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't know what that would be under. Well, I mean, aim assist is on by default, so. Smartcast. This is what you're talking about. Toggles Smartcast on or off. Smartcast allows you to use supported aimed abilities with a single button input instead of requiring one input to aim and one input to cast. Okay, so it just removes the manual aim component, which I'm not even using anyway. So let's just turn that on. I don't aim anyway. I've just been using the other stuff. Triggers on release or activation. Well, let me play around with it at a different point in time. Well, let's just try this. We know it's on here. On activation. I'm not sure how that's going to work. We'll have to figure out how that works later on. Stylemancer? Oh, so that's going to be for transmog.
Calling for patience will not suffice at this point, Francis. This is clearly a curse.
God's ears, Satvik. Your penchant for exaggeration never abates. More superstitions about the witch Medea. Infuriated because she didn't get her wagon load of coin and fruit.
This is precisely what she threatened if we failed to send tribute.
That was over a century ago, and I've told you already, we sent the damn tribute. These rumors are drivel, spread by the druids, no doubt.
Rumors or not, we have no choice but to venture out and try to salvage what we can from the farms.
I've heard enough for today, Elder Satvik. Let it rest. It's not like anyone's going to die of starvation on this infernal island.
The people of Corinth are suffering, Francis. Becoming lost. If you don't do something, I will.
Ho-ho! A fresh, healthy face with a spark of hope in your eyes. That's what we need around here. Less of this moping about and finger-pointing. Elder Satvik goes around preaching curses on every corner. If he keeps it up, he'll cause a panic. How about some good tidings, for once?
Unfortunately, I do not come bearing good tidings, sir. I have news of the corrupted.
See now, why spoil our pleasant conversation with such dark business? You're new to Corinth. You should check in at the inn, yes? Put your feet up. Whatever you do, please don't go worrying everyone about the corrupted. I'll deal with that problem when it comes. Or Elder Satvik will. He seems to enjoy it.
So I should speak with the elder.
Oh, by all means. See if you can help the man come to his senses before he worries so much he falls lost himself. Good luck. You'll need it with Satvik.
Alright, so there is the occasional hiccup in the dialogue lines where it won't progress to the next sequence until you've hit the next button. Not all the time, but occasionally. So I like how my new armor set is blue instead of green. Very cool.
You see this poor wretched thing? A month ago, my friend Winston here baked the best bread in Corinth. Now, this is his fate for all eternity. The lost, we call them. And their numbers grow as ours dwindle, all across Windsward. Even with this demoralizing display, the speaker chooses ignorance. He brushes off any suggestion the sorceress Medea's cursed us.
So who's Medea and why the curse?
That's a long and sordid tale. Suffice to say, Medea hasn't been
Probably
seen
the creepy
here in
voice we've been
decades.
hearing.
But Corinth pays regular tribute to the sorceress. Of course, the speaker insists the tribute was sent and that the druids invited this disaster. Either way, the situation is dire and growing worse.
So what can I do to help?
I prefer not to recruit a newcomer for such a dangerous enterprise. But the truth is, if we don't salvage what we can from the farms, starvation will bring more lost. But please, before you do anything else, check in at the inn. Take what time you need, and then I'll be calling a meeting in the tavern. If you're inclined.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Nice to speak with someone not miserable or insane. There's another newcomer. A rather feisty young woman. You'll likely see her at the inn.
Oh, I know exactly who that is. Grace O'Malley. Hang on, guys. We got to read a troll. Thomas KJ 1FK. I got to show these off whenever they happen. He is commenting on my exclusive preview video from Dragon Age Veilguard, which we published this morning. BioWare and Dragon Age are both long dead. This isn't a Dragon Age game, it's a generic fantasy action game. He's speaking about the Veilguard, because he's upset, because it's not like Dragon Age Origins. Guess what? Thomas, K, blah, 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 blah. Bye-bye. we're gonna hide you from the channel. 'Cause I don't need you around here. We don't want you here. We don't want crybaby trolls. We only want people who are gonna have fun. You can critique it, but if you haven't even played it, you can't say that it's not Dragon Age and it's not BioWare. That's just you being a grumpy little bitch. We don't allow grumpy little bitches on our channel. There's emotes, it says. Well, I'm not going to get sidetracked with emotes. We're going to do storyline.
Welcome to the Southern Breeze. May a gentle wind always guide you home. You wish to check in? Now, this is a pleasant surprise. 2 new customers in one day.
Guest registration. Welcome to the Southern Breeze Inn. Would you like to check in? I would. This is going to give me a respawn here, if I remember correctly. And now I got to talk to Grace O'Malley.
Where have you been hiding? I was afraid I'd have to go back to the beach and search for you. Not that I wanted to stay here, mind you. This hamlet's ready for a bloody wake.
Bubbaloni over on YouTube said that's the worst part. They actually think that repeating grifter talking points are critiques. It's sad as fuck. I know. It's slowed down a little bit since I started playing Star Wars Outlaws. It was really bad when Star Wars Outlaws, when that game kicked off. I was hiding like 100 people per day. Now it's down to like 15, 20, sometimes 30. I'm not getting nearly as much stuff, but I'm expecting a lot. Every time I publish a Dragon Age video, there's 5 or 6 comments that I just end up hide. Anything I do Starfield, 5 or 6, hide. Star Wars Outlaws is down to about 5 per. Rings of Power videos still get 2 or 3 per. Nothing wrong with critiquing. Like, we had a discussion the other day with someone who was like, well, I like this part about the most recent Rings of Power episode, but I didn't like these 2 things. That is a perfectly valid comment, a valid critique. Happy to engage with that critique. But when someone comes on the video and leaves a comment that says, this show is woke trash. Bye, Felicia.
Problems? I've raided tombs more lively than this place. I don't plan on hanging around here long. Not when the winds are shifting the way they are. It's bad business.
Bad business. Am I planning on doing a leveling Let's Play of New World when it launches again? Asked focused over on Twitch. Unlikely. The reason is because I already have other games scheduled for this launch window. Open beta... Blah, blah, blah. It says full game is launching on October 15th. Is that still the actual launch date? Yep, newworld.com says New World Aeternum launches on the 15th. I'm still playing No Man's Sky on Sunday mornings. We're doing a community tour of the community bases on Sunday morning. 5 a.m. Central is the No Man's Sky slot on Sunday mornings. It's October 15th. Let me check the schedule. October 15th, I've got Starship Troopers on the 11th. Which is what my plan was, because that's coming to the Xbox. I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to do the Diablo 4 DLC on the 8th. I may. I may not. I don't know yet. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is on the table for the 25th, and then Dragon Age the Veilguard on the 31st. Oh, No Man's Sky, how many bans for that game? I've not had to remove a single person for No Man's Sky, I don't think. There have been a few people who were grumpy about things like, maybe that's probably not true that I haven't removed anybody. There's probably been 5 or 10, maybe. There have been a handful of people who have been like, they lied when it launched. But it's been, honestly, it's so few I can't even tell you how many it's been. It's not been that many. Mostly my No Man's Sky run has been extremely positive. Same thing with Lord of the Rings Online. It's been mostly extremely positive over the years. You'll get the occasional troll who's like, the graphics look like shit. It's like, yeah, it's a 17-year-old game. What do you expect? Anyway, I doubt I'm going to be doing this when it launches. You never know. I could change my mind. I do own it on the PC, so if the PC version is switching over to Aeternum, which is, as I understand it is, there's always the chance that I might drop in on the 15th and play it for a couple of weeks if I decide that I'm not going to do Starship Troopers.
I managed to sell that loot we collected. Never let it be said that Grace O'Malley doesn't pay her debts.
Fishing is inhumane. How dare
Here's
they
your
introduce
share of
it?
the coin.
Nice
I
fuck
think
out
you
of it.
should get to spending it.
What should I spend it on?
There's a trading post here. Not exactly thriving, but you could at least get yourself some new clothes. I'm telling you this as a friend. You smell like something that washed in with the tide. Well, there you have it then. You can always count on your pal Grace to give it to you straight. Go on to the trading post and get yourself some gear. Then meet me in the tavern. Must be at least some action over there. We'll see, won't we?
Happy to give you some one-on-one action anytime you want, Grace. Alright. Oh, that's right. You get leveling. You get bonus perks for territories. I forgot about this. Yeah, you can own a house. And here we get to choose. Do we want more territory standing or increased? I will always take increased gathering speed and increased storage space. There we go. Always. I've never found the game to be meh, but like I've always loved this game. I loved it at launch, but it was a different game at launch. Like it's a lot different now. Like a lot different. But I had fun with it when it launched. I got about 40-ish hours out of the base game when it launched. Played it, had my fun with it, moved on and did other things. It's got the MMO component for the people who want to go deep, but then it also has like a single-player RPG storyline, so you can go play it and get your 40, 50 hours of entertainment and move on to the next. This is the trading post. I don't actually need to buy anything here right now. Let's equip that. Oh, I forgot to open those things.
Even on Aeternum, civilization is built on a foundation of lies. Together, you and I can tear it down and rebuild.
It's just a much more streamlined, polished version of the base game. Is exactly what it is. It's more polished. They have a brand new archetype system, brand new starting tutorial, brand new character creation system, and then everything else is just extremely refined and polished. So if you enjoyed it at launch, you'll enjoy it now. And I think, personally, if I didn't have other things going on in the October slot, I would probably hop on and play this again, because they have a brand new storyline that I haven't seen. Because this is not the storyline that was there at launch. They've got a completely revamped storyline. So how can I just directly move these? Aha! There we go. That's how you store everything. It also looks like they've got rid of that syndicate thing that you used to have to do that was mandatory when the game came out. Because I haven't seen any mention of the syndicates at the moment. And I remember that used to be like a mandatory thing at game launch. I've never seen this.
I've seen ghosts and fiends and horrors, met knights and bold explorers, as I've wandered every corner of this island we call home. Let's go! Keep it together!
Anybody who wants to shit on a game that adds music like this, get thee gone. Come on, you gotta riff with the bards, guys.
Kings of earthly nations, seen the gods of all creations, tasted wine at every station, from sands to misty moors. But the partings that we weather, and the memories we treasure, are the souls we've lost forever on Aeternum's forgotten shore.
Really cool addition right there, guys. Nice. No perks, even though your friend's dad works there, Belloc. That sucks. Perks are the best thing, man. Alright, one man's treasure. Talk to Grace again.
Well, there's a pretty little
This is also a completely different storyline than they had. Because at launch, I remember you were following...
O'Malley won't be calling this place home, I'll tell you that.
Like, I remember at launch you were following in the footsteps of, like,
no way a girl can make some quick money around
this,
here.
like, old scholar or something as he was, like, exploring the land, and, like, they've completely changed that now. I much prefer what they've got going on here.
This elder Sattvic fellow came in, trying to rally folks to go out and salvage crops from the farms. But he offered no reward.
The voice acting's pretty good here so far.
Poor bastard didn't get a single volunteer. Went out
A little
on
over
his
the
own.
top, but it's fun.
Barkeep says he'll probably become a soulless lost himself.
Well, we should help him then.
That'll be the day. I'm no farmer. And besides, I caught wind of a pirate hideout not so far from town, thinking maybe there's some loot there. But you're the hero,
We
right?
like loot.
Just like old whatever his name was at the beach. If you want to give a hand to old Sattvic, I'm sure he'll make use of it.
So where did he go?
To the farms north of town. He was practically begging folks to go with him. So I'm sure he'll be damned glad to see you. Like I said, I'll be seeing you around. Long as you don't go losing your soul somewhere. Here. I can't believe
Exactly,
I'm even saying
Dr.
these
Nick 2.
things.
So this is over on Twitch for those of you watching YouTube. Dr. Nick 2 says, I never shit on a game. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Doesn't make it a bad game. That is the right attitude to have. Unfortunately, way too many people out there are like, if the game is shit, like if they don't like it, they're like, the game is shit. It's like, I didn't like it. The game is shit. If you're playing it and you're having fun, you're an idiot. That game is a piece of shit. You're an idiot for playing that piece of shit game. Whatever. It's like vegans who try to tell people who eat meat. Or overly zealous religious people who want to tell other people that they're living their lives wrong. Just keep your opinions to yourself. Live your life how you want to live it. I will say this, though. If I wasn't so busy with other stuff, I would totally do a story run through. I don't know how long the story is for the new version of New World. Like, if this has, like, because I remember back in the day it was like around 50 hours-ish, give or take, for the main story, but there was a lot of level grinding you had to do, and I don't know if they've gotten it looks like they've gotten rid of the level grind, because I remember you used to have to do the board quests and the syndicate quests to level up your character in between the main quests. I haven't had to do any of that. I've literally just been doing main quests, and it's just one into the other. Oh, we got side quest over here.
Everyone needs goods, don't they?
Fully
Sadly,
voiced,
we have
man.
none to spare.
Gotta love it.
And it's not just food. Everyone eats, of course, but folks need timber, stone, and leather as well. Tell that to the annual tribute. That last collection was a kick in the nethers. Our stores have shriveled up like apples in winter, and it's not exactly safe to go collect more, is it?
So what do you need?
Timber, cut stone, and leather. After all, folks need homes, clothes, and shoes. We have a little food left, but could always use more. Honestly, anything you could bring back would help.
Oh, so this gives a musket.
Except dung. We got dung aplenty.
So this is where we get into side quests that are going to give me side questy loot. I thought there was another quest around here somewhere. And there's the town project board, so we could still go pick those quests up if we wanted to. God, I could have swore I saw another quest around here. Oh, yep, there it is. It was up towards the gates.
What is in the spheres? A weapon? A treasure? Something more sinister? The excavation crew should have found out by now. Where have they gone?
What spheres are you talking about?
Pardon me. I was mostly thinking aloud.
And this
Just
is where we
noticed
get like
that there's an
sci-fi
ancient
fantasy
tomb with
blending.
strange
I had a lot
symbols
of fun
around
with the
it.
storyline the
We
first
sent
time.
a team of antiquarians to investigate, but they have yet to return.
I can go
would
find them for
greatly
you.
appreciate that, but be cautious. The ancients wielded powers we don't fully yet understand. My team are rigorous note-takers. If you discover any of their journals, please collect them. Best of luck.
Alright, so now we have multiple quests. And I don't think anything else in town that oh, there's another quest over here that we can go pick up. How do we waypoint that? Like that? That's like outside of town, it looks like. Oh, it says gather stone. Might as well grab this while we're running around outside. And thankfully I crafted all my crafting weapons, or my crafting tools earlier, otherwise I would have to take the time to go make my crafting tools right now. God, the crack of that on the stone is so epic. They did such a good job with the sound design in this game.
When was the last time you truly stood in wonder of the world? There is glory in the morning dew. The sun's kiss on our cheeks is more warm and gentle than any lover's lips.
You seem happy.
More people around here would be if they glimpsed the glory of wordwood trees. Their beauty is transcendent. If you find someone who is down, take them a wordwood sapling. They contain the sparkle of starlight in their branches.
I'll give it a shot.
They mirror the viewer's intent. If you pause and appreciate them with true wonder, they'll shimmer the lights of heaven.
Yeah, the sound
back at
effects are
you.
really good here,
They
for
will
sure,
hold
Nick,
your
too.
intent and reflect it in response so others may feel that same awe in kind.
Alright, that's all the side quests, but let's finish harvesting trees here. Get the gathering quest done. I spent so many hours harvesting trees when this game first came out. It's just, I love the harvesting in this game. It really is a very good game for crafting. Alright, we need to go to the wood shop. Is it tracking those? It is. Hang on, this must be something right here. Woodshop, tier 3. Craft timber. Oh, I probably need to do 10. Continue to craft. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, the opening cinematic for the new version is really awesome. Okay, now we need the stone. Go turn into her.
Hey, look at this. Something approaching an actual stockpile. I haven't seen that in months. Keep up the good work. We have other empty spots where goods should go.
Copy that. Now, I don't care about muskets, so I could just go straight into my inventory here and just say decon. Also decon this, I've already got those. Alright. There's a new quest that just opened up over here.
Thanks again, friend.
Hang on. That waypoint can't be working right. It's oh, there it goes. No, that's not right. It's telling me there's something right there, and that's clearly not the case. Definitely a wonky waypoint.
A new face? I haven't seen you around Corinth before. I suppose it falls to me to tell you about our current troubles. Wouldn't want you to go around uninformed.
So we talk about the tribute.
There's trouble with the tribute? I hadn't heard that. I was talking about the Lost overrunning the farms.
Well, we knew about that too.
Happened out there. It's not safe to leave unless you know how to defend yourself.
Well, I know how to fight.
A solid start. But you should also learn how to make weapons. No blade lasts forever. Here's some ore to get you started. Then, you should try to make an iron sword.
Copy that. Very cool. Craft iron ingots at the smelter. This is quest number 5. Make sure I'm going the wrong way. So the waypoints are a little wonky. The mini-map waypoints. I think I needed 9 more. Craft an iron sword. There's the forge over there. Was it an iron sword, I think is what he said? Yeah, it's marked as a quest.
Now, let's see your handiwork. Impressive. Quite impressive.
I know.
Either you've done this before, or you've got a knack for
I may have done this before in
We
about
could use
500
someone like
other
you in
games.
Corinth. Should you decide to stay.
Achievement unlocked. Very cool. Which gave me... Hang on, there were some level rewards that it was trying to trigger, but it wasn't showing me quite properly. We will take gathering speed, storage. Conflicts. Level rewards. Yeah, this is something we gotta manually go to. All right, the pop-up text is so this pop-up text is covering. I think I can still click the rewards button, but that's weird how the pop-up text like comes up on top of it. All right, so this is gonna give me a bag slot and the ability to do camps and duels. How do I get these, or did I automatically get them? How did that work? It did. It automatically gave me the bag slot. Okay, I see. And then there's a horse tab, which I still don't have anything for. I don't remember what Azoth is used for. So those are just automatically unlocked now. So we have the ability to make camps. And then level 15 we get our house, an extra consumable slot, a camping upgrade. Oh, at level 20 you get the mount unlock quest. I'm not familiar with the mount. I'm not familiar with mounts at all. Those were not available in the game when I played. Give me 2 seconds. All right, let's see here. What day is this, guys? Is it Friday? It is Friday. All right. Tomorrow's Saturday morning. I'm trying to iron out my schedule. I was just talking to Chris really quick. I think I'll play this again tomorrow morning for sure. I'm debating whether or not I'll come back this afternoon. I gotta head out. I gotta go to the grocery store, guys. But I don't have a second stream planned for tonight at the moment. I'll probably come back and play this again this afternoon, assuming no storms or anything. 5-ish Central Time, 5-6 Central. We'll come back and play some more New World, and I'll probably do it again tomorrow morning, and then Sunday morning we're going to No Man's Sky. This is interesting. I'd like to get some more time underneath my belt. So I can get a proper review out. My current gut reaction is that if you haven't ever played this game before, when the relaunch happens in October and they make this cross-play and everyone's going to be able to play together, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, it's a good game. It's got a lot going on. There's a fun storyline which looks to have changed. We now have a main protagonist as opposed to like an ancient evil. It's very streamlined now. I like the cinematics. The graphics are pretty good. The controls are great. Everything worked good. We had a login queue. I think that was the only thing. Yeah, I'll be back this afternoon, guys. Somewhere in here I'll have to take a nap. But yeah, I'll play some more today. Definitely tomorrow morning. YouTube, Twitch. Thanks, everybody. If you're happy to be watching on Twitch right now, head over to YouTube, because here in a bit, we've got some more videos coming out. And if you haven't already watched it, this morning we did a Dragon Age Veilguard discussion. There's an exclusive preview of some hands-on stuff from IGN. We also have the Crimson Desert exclusive look from last night, and this afternoon at about 5 p.m. we've got another Crimson Desert video. And then at, I believe, 3:30 this afternoon, 4:30 this afternoon Central Time, the end of the No Man's Sky fishing expedition, Aquarius. That episode's going to air. So make sure to get over to YouTube, watch all those videos. Everybody else, thanks for being around. To those of you who help support my full-time job on YouTube and Twitch, thank you so much for your subscriptions, your memberships, your bits, cheers, super chats, and beyond. This is how I get to do this for a living. See you in a bit. Have fun, everybody.